Well, hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living. You know, we're still love streaming, but it's so great to see so many people here in person. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Happy September 12th. We have a beautiful service today. Exciting to have Reverend Ali Benjamin speak to us. Yay. And the amazing Baxter providing some extra special music. I notice he has a new CD out in the foyer and some t-shirts, and that's fun. New beginnings. So welcome. Let's start by singing together. This awesome song by Michael W. Smith called Seed to Sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Here we go. Some people quietly reveal in the manner of the meek. Some people shout the way they feel to a radical degree. Sometimes that's me. But let me tell you about one thing I know. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Let your heart of hearts take you down the road. 'Cause everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Some people sing it to express, while others hear another call. Some people speak with subtleness, some don't rely on words at all. No. But let me tell you about one thing I know. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Let your heart of hearts take you down the road. 'Cause everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. We are all pieces of the whole with different feelings to evoke. Giving distinction to the role, different players, different strokes. But let me tell you about one thing I know. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Let your heart of hearts take you down the road. 'Cause everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Some people walk, some people race, some bury their pace. But love will use what you will give. Surrender to your state of grace. Yeah. Let me tell you about one thing I know. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Let your heart of hearts take you down the road. 'Cause everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow.
Happy Sunday to all of you right here at the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living, and to all of you love streaming from home or wherever you happen to be. My name is Linda Brewer, and I'm so very happy that all of you are here in person with us to share this very special time today. And for those of you who are at home or wherever, we love you, we miss you, we hope you'll be with us soon. Our practitioner sharing a reading and leading us in prayer this morning is Teresa Martin, and our practitioner holding high watch is Farrell Zeman. Throughout the service, Farrell will be holding us all in the highest consciousness as we share this sacred time together. Our center is a spiritual community that teaches a philosophy for daily living based on spiritual principles and practices that are universal among religions. We honor every pathway by which people seek to know and connect with the divine, and we work on our individual consciousness so that we can help make the world a better place. If you missed our last couple of services, you may not have heard that the Ministry Council decided to start sharing our vision statement on Sunday morning instead of the purpose statement that we've been doing for quite a long time. So I invite you all to join me as we share together our vision statement. We are a thriving community where individually and together we embody and express our spiritual magnificence for the highest good of all. Thank you so very much. If you want to be in contact with us or send us a prayer request or get the latest information about what's happening at the center, you can do that on our website 24/7, and we work really hard to keep it up to date. So please know that's your first place to find anything you want to know. And that website is www.spirituallyfree.org. We really love here to welcome anyone who's joining us for the first time. So if any of you are here for the first time today and we haven't intimidated you yet, and you're willing to raise your hand or stand up and let us know that you're here, we would love to welcome you. Anybody here? Yay! Thank you for being here. We're so very happy that you're here, and we just affirm for you that wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you will experience a blessing here this morning. So thank you for coming to be with us. Everyone, did you see them? There they are. Please be sure you welcome them and don't make a liar out of me, okay? All right, so our theme for this month is Reaching Higher. And I am so incredibly grateful to be able to welcome back our dear friend, Reverend Ali Benjamin. Her topic for today is not the home office topic, but more of a glimpse into the adventure that has been her life in recent years. It's called Life on a Joyride. And after our brief conversation yesterday, I just can't wait to hear what she has to share with us. So stay tuned. Next week, we welcome back one of the ministers who got her start right here in our center, Reverend Nicole Murgis. We have a new online class starting this week on Thursday with Reverend Myrna Hurst. It's the first of 3 in a series of classes based on the book, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. The first class is 3 weeks, and it focuses on the wisdom found in the introductory sections of the book, Domestication and the Dream of the Planet. The information on how to register is on the homepage of the website, or it's in Thursday's newsletter, email newsletter. And if you're not getting our newsletter, which comes out every Thursday, and you would like to, you can sign up for that on the website also. And as I do whenever I'm up here, I'd like to remind you that our center was founded on, and it is grounded in prayer, which helps those of us who have positions of leadership and all of us who are out there in the world dealing with life know how to deal with our life, because prayer helps us to create a positive experience regardless of what's happening in our lives. And we have some wonderful people, our professional prayer practitioners. They're trained in the art and science of affirmative prayer, and they are so ready to pray with you. We haven't been getting many prayer requests in the prayer box. I'm telling myself that that's because during the pandemic, everyone got so grounded spiritually that they're not feeling a need for us. But should that not be the case, or if you just want to share your joy with us, please, you can do it on the website, but we also have a prayer box in the lobby where you can write a request. And if you do that, the practitioners will be in prayer for you, knowing that the best and highest is unfolding in your life. So I want to invite you right now to settle in, allow Teresa's reading and the centering music to connect you with that sacred space within, and then Teresa will lead us in prayer.
Good morning. We get information every month about the themes for the month, and there's always a theme for the Sunday. And today's theme is transcending, and also transcend and include. So following with that statement, I found this beautiful reading to show how that can work. And this reading is by Masandro Hirioka, and it's called Waking Up Together, and it's from the Science of Mind magazine in September. Within the Tibetan Buddhist tradition, there is a story of an entire group of people who became enlightened together. It is said that the last teachings of the Buddha were given to King Ashoka, who realized that he and most people living in his kingdom couldn't give up their lives and enter a monastery to live the life of an ascetic monk. So that's a bit like us. So the Buddha gave the teachings for people like us who have jobs, families, and stuff to do. As they integrated these teachings into their everyday lives, they eventually all woke up to the nature of reality through their experience of living with each other in a good way. This kingdom is known as Shambhala, or perhaps more familiarly, Shangri-La. There is much divisiveness taking place in the world today. It is often impossible to imagine a scenario in which we are able to repeat the experience of this mythical kingdom. The idea of basic goodness. Basic goodness asks us to operate under the radical assumption that all of us are, at the core, basically good. It's a difficult task, I know. There is basic goodness in every person, and we have to see that, especially those who might be challenging us or those who we have come to believe are the epitome of evil or basic badness. Yet this is exactly why the teaching is so radical. It is why this is the very last teaching that the Buddha gave. We are living in a time when it is easy to blame various groups of people or politicians for all that is awry. Basic goodness asks us to imagine something different. It asks us to see a world in which we all recognize and embody goodness. It does not ask us to relinquish standing up for what is right, but to remember we are all made up of the same thing, and to clearly differentiate between oppressive behavior and personhood. Shambhala asks us to trust that when we begin seeing this basic goodness in others, perhaps we too will wake up together.
to the power and glory of God within me. I surrender. I surrender to the power and presence of God, to the power and glory of God within me. I surrender. I surrender to the power and presence of God, to the power and glory of God within me.
On this beautiful Sunday morning, I surrender to that power that is within me, that fills me, that loves me, that is always present in my life. I just have to be aware of it. It fills the universe with its love, its creativity, and its power. It is everywhere present in each and every one of us. We are all part of this amazing and incredible power of the one life. This one life fills me with its goodness, with the basic goodness that I just spoke of. It fills me with love for each and every person I meet. It fills me with joy when I greet others. It fills me with joy in my family. It fills me with joy in every activity that I participate in. This power and presence is always for us, never, ever against us. This one power lives and moves and has its being in each and every one at all times, whether we are aware of it or not. I think that is the beauty of this power. It is there at our disposal at all times. So on this beautiful morning, as we gather together to find inspiration, transcendence, joy, and love, we are filled with it. And as our speakers and music begin, we feel that love and joy and transcendence moving through us and as us. And as we go through our week, we bring it with us. I am so grateful for all of this and for all the blessings that come from knowing who I am. So giving great thanks, together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Teresa. Sometimes it takes even more than a minute or a moment to recognize our basic goodness. This song that we'll sing together was a good process for me in writing this. It's like a treatment, recognizing the divine and then recognizing my connection with the divine, and then leaning into my basic goodness, my purpose for being here. This is called I Am Here. Please sing along.
Joy, peace, and light.
Thanks for singing along. It's my pleasure to invite our special music up to the platform here, and it's always so great to hear from the amazing Will Baxter. Such an eclectic array of style, and his guitar skills are just stellar. As I mentioned before, he's got a new CD that's out in the foyer. Pick one up. I'm going to pick up a couple, and he's got a couple T-shirts out there as well. Always great to have our good friend come share his great music with us. Welcome, Will Baxter.
Thank you. And thank you, Rick. I wanted to play a song this morning that's maybe not quite on message, but in my own personal life, it seems pretty real. And it's an old song by John Hyatt, and it's called Feels Like Rain. If you know it, please sing along. And Rick, thank you again. Down here the river meets the sea, and in the sticky heat I feel open up to me. Love comes out of nowhere, just like the hurricane. And it feels like rain. And it feels like rain. So batten down the hatches, wear your heart on your sleeve. It sure looks like stormy weather. That ain't no cause for us to leave. Clouds roll across the moon, and the wind howls out your name. And it feels like rain. And it feels like rain. underneath the stars, right next to you. And I'm wondering who you are and how do you do. Just lie here in my arms, let me wash away your pain. And it feels like rain. It feels like rain. Down here the river meets the sea. In this sticky heat I feel you open up to me. Love comes out of nowhere, just like the hurricane, It feels like rain. It feels like rain. Rain, and it feels like rain. You know, I hear you clapping up there. Thank you so much. Thank you, John Hyatt, right there. Feels like rain. Thank you so much.
I was saying to him, is it just you? Like, that's not enough. Our speaker today is a longtime friend of our center. Reverend Ali Benjamin is an ordained minister, a conscious living coach, and a spiritually inspired artist. She founded the Satya Center for Conscious Living in Ogden in 2009, and she serves as the spiritual director. She also, in her spare time, serves the New Thought movement in several capacities, including as vice president of the affiliated New Thought Network and as a member of the Big Sky Retreat Board of Directors. So for all of you who were there last weekend and had a fabulous time, she is one of the people you have to thank for that great experience. Ali and her husband, Michael, who is a practitioner and unfortunately not here with us today, work together supporting New Thought centers and communities around the country. Their main focus is their mobile ministry, Life on a Joyride, which I trust we'll get to hear more about today since that's the title of her talk. They travel in their Om Shanti home camper van, visiting communities to facilitate spiritual deep dive experiences, workshops, and classes. They love to share their empowering message of overcoming life's challenges, healing from trauma and loss, living unconditional joy, and activating authentic power. You are in for such a treat today. Please welcome Reverend Ali Benjamin.
Oh, it feels so good to be back here. I was just sitting backstage and up front and pondering my journey here at the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living and remembering the first time that I stepped through the doors. I couldn't tell you the address. It was somewhere here in, I think, South Salt Lake. And Reverend Donald was the minister.
And that was 18 years ago. 18 years ago. I can't believe it. And many of you are still here. We look a little different, don't we? Gravity and time and all of that has taken its toll or impressed itself into our experience. And we're here grounded in these teachings, these incredible teachings of self-empowerment, of awakening, the science of mind and spirit. And some of you in the room are here from the Satya Center, and can't really see you because these lights are so bright that, oh, I can see you. Hi, Greg. Hi, Dirk. Hi, Sue. Hi, Myrna Therrell. A lot of you are here, and thank you for being here. I appreciate that very much. It's been over a year since I have done a Sunday service up at the Satya Center. And like Reverend Linda just said, Big Sky Retreat. We just got back, many of us, many of you here. I think there was 15 or so from the Salt Lake Center there at the Big Sky Retreat. And that retreat is one of the longest running metaphysical retreats known, to me at least. And that's been 46 years. And so a group of individuals 46 years ago found a calling to go to the mountains in the Tetons just outside of Jackson Hole and to start something very special. And I feel very blessed and honored to be a part of that community, that board of directors, to help facilitate the blossoming of what wants to happen there now at the Big Sky Resort each and every Labor Day. But I'm here today. Actually, I was just thinking, Selena, I was on the agenda to speak right when COVID all came into our reality. And I was going to come here and speak in April. As you remember, everything got shut down in March. And my topic had been the growing edge of grief. And thank God, Spirit knows how to orchestrate things just for me and just for you, because I was not ready to really talk about that. And so that's one of the ways I look at the way things unfold in life, to know that Spirit always has our back. I wasn't ready to talk about grief at that point, but I might be a little bit more ready today. We'll see what wants to happen, because quite frankly, I've given up trying to control or try and organize what wants to be said. I have notes. I always show up with notes and then find them awfully distracting. So I think the universe has an amazing sense of humor. Several years ago, I think it was probably just around the time I started the Satya Center for Conscious Living up in Ogden in '09, I was living in the Upper Ogden Valley, Eden, haha, and I was taking a ride on my bicycle. And for no particular reason, I just felt so filled with Spirit, so inspired. It felt like everything was just going right. Now, it probably wasn't the day before, and it probably wasn't the day after, but that particular day, on that particular bike ride, I felt alive. I felt these teachings of science of mind and spirit that say there's only one. There's only one power, there's only one presence. It's omniscience, omnipotence, omnipresence. It's who and what I am. It's what I am experiencing. It's both the seen and the unseen, and I felt so tremendously at one with it all that I felt like I was God on a joyride, on that bicycle, pedaling along. I used to say to my husband, Michael, pedaling along, pedaling my socks off, because that's how it felt. I was just going for it. And so that's where this idea of life on a joyride or God on a joyride came full into consciousness or online in my body and in my mind. I hadn't had the experience, the embodiment of being God, of giving God or the universe or life or whatever term you have for the ineffable, for the mystery, but using my body and my mind, my vehicle, a conscious outlet to express itself. That's what I was feeling, riding along, being God on a joyride. And so we all have that. We all have the ability to shift our perspective, to feel the fullness of our majesty, our divinity, and feel our essential God nature, no matter what we're doing. Whether we're pedaling our socks off or we're sitting holding the hand of a loved one that is making their transition, or whatever we're doing, there's an opportunity for us to feel the full magnitude of the joy of life. And I don't mean the ha-ha, clapping our hands, singing songs, or doing cartwheels on a beach, or riding the big wave in Hawaii. I'm talking the subtler joy of simply being. The subtle joy of being alive and being grateful. Being alive and being present to the absolute wonder of who you are, who we are, and how we got to be here. If we could really, in each and every moment, come to the realization of the improbability of us being here, not just here in the center today, but here on planet Earth, what it took since the Big Bang, if that was even a thing, but let's pretend it was, to right now. What had to occur physically, metaphysically, on a consciousness level? What had to occur in order for you to be in this human flesh suit having an experience? It's quite amazing, unfathomable, and yet we take it for granted. Yes? Sometimes? And if you're here, you're probably one of those that doesn't take it for granted. You probably have got accustomed to taking it as a special and sacred gift. You're on this awakening path. You have the full awareness that you are spirit made manifest. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, and you have an understanding of what that means. The responsibility that is on your shoulders with that knowledge, with that awareness. Yes? Just one of you? Okay, some of you. Okay, good. But we're not always there. We're not always in that God on a joyride or life on a joyride in that place or having that perspective. We dip down. We go to a place where we can't find the joy. We don't see the light. And we wonder if it's worth living. So, let's see. August of last year, my husband and I sold, no, was it June? I don't know. It was June, July, August. When you let go of everything physical in your life, and you hit the road in your camper van, you kind of lose track of time. Well, that's what we did sometime next year. God, I hope we don't do that again. But sometime last year, we sold the house that we were living in, and we moved full-time into Om Shanti Home, our beautiful 24-foot camper van. And we had one invitation, which was from a friend, my friend Gail. I should have looked at the time. Okay, I better stay on track here. My friend Gail in Virginia, I told her that we're moving into our camper van, and she said, well, come and visit me on Serenity Farm in Virginia. And so that's our one invitation. Other than that, we weren't going anywhere other than just where Spirit told us to go in any given moment. But it was good to have that plan. It was good to have that destination, that place, this 90 acres of amazing forest land in Virginia. So we went. We got on the road and we took off. And immediately, my back went out. And so it wasn't such a joyful experience. My back went out, and I'm a minister. I've done years of training to rise above the physical, and I have a good meditation practice. I've got lots of prayer partners and all of that. But it all went out the window, really, at that point, because I couldn't sit. So for 6 months, I was unable to sit. So I was laying down in the back. I couldn't even see out. I couldn't see where we're going. It rained for about a week, and I thought it was really funny, the universe's sense of humor, when we got to Mount Rushmore, and we were excited, and I could walk at that point, so it was a relief to get out of off the couch after a week. And I walked up to Mount Rushmore, and there was a cloud over the whole thing. I couldn't see it. We stayed there for about 20 minutes, and I couldn't even tell you the names of those guys, but I thought, this is how life is when we allow the ego mind, or we allow our depression or our critical mind, or those darker shades of our psyche to take over. Our life becomes like that. We can't see what's out there. We can't see the forest for the trees. And that was my experience a lot of the time that I was traveling around the country taking God on a joyride. Or I switched the name God to life, because as I put myself out there on Instagram trying to brand this idea, this mobile ministry of God on a joyride, people were not jiving with that term God. And maybe you understand why. And so I changed it to life on a joyride. So life on a joyride, when the fog comes in, when we can't see what we know is out there, when we can't see the beauty, it's still there, isn't it? Because I'm sure if I'd stayed there looking at that mountain for a little bit longer, it would have become clear to me, but we didn't have time. We wanted to get on the road and get going. We had many wonderful, magical experiences on the path, even though I couldn't sit, I couldn't see. It was difficult to walk after time. Eventually, after this wonderful adventure of stopping through all of the states along the way, we took the upper path over to Virginia. I touched the Atlantic Ocean, which I felt a little bit closer to England at that time, so that was really great. England's in the Atlantic Ocean. And then we came back, and we got to Texas. We had a week in Texas, and that was amazing. There was nothing. I couldn't see anything really except desert, but there was a magic. I began to realize it wasn't about what I could see. It was about what was developing, what was growing within me as I became more and more physically uncomfortable. I became more and more mentally comfortable. I began to make friends with my mind. I have one of those minds that is very busy, that is constantly trying to plan the next move, is constantly trying to make sense of things. And if you're attracted to the science of mind, you could very well be like me. You've got this longing to understand things. You probably have a very active why. I remember my mother said to me years ago, "You think too much." And yes, many of us science of minders, religious sciences, do. We've become very attached to the way we think, and we realize that we can change our thinking and change our lives, but it doesn't really end. And that's what that time on the road, being in that horizontal position, allowed me to see, is that I've got a propensity, a kind of a habit for overthinking. And so I developed some practices that helped me to become still and see the thoughts come and go, but not identify with them like I used to. Because laying there day after day as we drove hundreds of miles and being with those negative thoughts was very uncomfortable. And so I gave myself permission to let them go. I gave myself permission to really see life as a circle, myself as a circle with a line running through horizontally, and there's below the line and above the line. And I realized that I had spent a lot of my time, even though it's embarrassing to admit it, 20-something years into my ministry, that I spent a lot of my alone time below the line, in anxiety, in worry, in being critical and being hard on myself, way harder on myself than anyone else, having high expectations of myself and feeling disappointed when I didn't live up to what I thought I needed to do or be as a minister, as a teacher, as a counselor, as a mother, as a wife, as a sister, as a daughter. And so I began to be less interested. And I invite you to really ponder this, to be less interested in dipping down below the line. Because above the line is the joyride, is when Ernest Holmes was saying, change your thinking and change your life, the changing of the thinking, it's buoying yourself up to be above the line where joy and peace and creativity and imagination and innovation and creativity and all of those good things, all of our divine qualities, they exist in every single moment along with those shadows. But we get to choose. We get to choose. And what I found out traveling through my grief, because I was 2 years in when we hit the road in Om Shanti Hum. I was 2 years in to being a mother who had lost her son to suicide. And I hadn't done the grieving. I thought I had. I'd stayed busy. I think I missed 2 Sundays, but then I got right back up on the podium, gave my inspirational message. But I didn't really give myself the time to grieve, the time to really feel the feelings, the time to be with my family, to feel what they were feeling. I did what we can do, which is spiritual bypass. Anyone? Spiritual bypass, do you know what that is? It's when we just do those things that we're told to do. We pray, we meditate, we do our affirmations, spiritual readings. We might get involved in groups, support groups. We do all of those things that are super duper helpful, but we don't really address the root cause. We don't really address those things that are buried down deep. And many of us that have trauma in our past or unresolved grief, losses, issues, things that haven't been dealt with, we tend to push them down until they come back around again. Well, it's time for all of us to truly feel our feelings and find within all of those stages of grief, the denial, within that denial that we can find ourselves in when we're struggling, there's a seed of embrace. When we're denying what the world is, we're pushing away reality. If we sit with reality and we really explore, we'll find a seed of a way to embrace and include life to support us on our spiritual path. Within the anger that we might feel when we're grieving, when we've lost something, when life doesn't go our way, when we've got a diagnosis or our bank account is empty, or whatever it might be, within that anger there is the seed of calm. And it is through meditation, it is through whatever you use to find your way back to spirit, that you find that calm, still, small voice within. It's within the bargaining stage of grief, or the inquiry, the confusion about what's going on in our lives, that there's a seed of clarity. So we dive in to the confusion and find the clarity that will lead to our imagination, that will lead to us being innovative and creative about how and who we want to be in the world. And within that sadness, within that depression, if you stay with it and if you dive into it in a safe container, you'll find a seed of hope. Within the sadness, within the depression, there is a seed of hope and a spark of light that wants to come through you, that wants to be revealed by you. Rumi said that if you find yourself in the darkness, look again, because you may be the light. You are the light. I see it. I feel it. That is you as God on a joyride, is merely, simply, amazingly showing up as the presence of light wherever you are, seeing the presence of light within every being. And when you find yourself dipping down into judging or othering, feel that pull of separation, just remembering your light, it brings you back into the one light, the one power, and the one presence. So we're going to move into an activation, a prayer, full time. And so I want you to take these next few minutes to find that light within yourself, to identify that seed of something more that wants to be revealed by means of you, by means of your body, your mind, and your soul. So please join me now in closing your eyes and taking a breath and feeling your omniscience, your wisdom, the mind of God flowing in and through you, your omnipresence. You are everywhere present, connected, not separate. One life, many forms. One well, many streams. You are an individualized expression of the one mighty, wondrous, magnificence. And as you feel yourself expanding, getting clearer on who and what you are, knowing that wherever you go and whatever you do, you are always loved, always supported, always grounded in grace. Grace is defined as God infusing itself into your life in spite of yourself. Just say yes to that now, inside yourself. Yes to the magnificence, the radiance, the luminescence of who and what we are as the one power presence, infinite intelligence. And let's send a blessing out in all directions, to the two-leggeds, the four-leggeds, the winged, the finned, the hooved, and the creepy crawlers, to the earth, water, wind, and fire, above, below, and within, to beyond all time and space. Let us know that we are blessed, we are one, we are available to what wants to happen. We name it good and very good all the time, as we simply take our place in our particular lives, with our particular families and friends and work and activities, as God on a joyride. Breathing it in and exhaling, giving great thanks and knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt, there is only love. There is only love. There is only love. And so it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I give. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Wonderful, thank you. And if the ushers would come forward. You know, one of the wonderful spiritual practices that I have found so liberating is the practice of divine flow. The practice of giving to where I am spiritually fed. And why this has been so important for me and probably important for you is because when we give to where we're spiritually fed, we're saying thank you. We're saying thank you for what I've received. And I'm willing to invest my time, my talent, my energy, my acknowledgement, my gratitude in you. And so today, as we put our money, our intention into the offering basket, or we go online, or we text to give, or whatever it is that we do to support this beautiful center that has been here for 40-something years, right? 50. Woo! 50 years. That we're saying yes. We're committing ourselves to our spiritual family, our spiritual community, our spiritual growth and expansion. And the universe is always listening. So we start to see the law. I look at the figure 8, you know, the infinity symbol, and see this as an opportunity to participate in this divine flow of manifestation of give and receive. So as you take your offering today and you simply hold it in your hands or in your mind and you say, thank you, God, for all that I am, for all that I receive, and for everything that is yet to come. Thank you, God, for the past, for what is about to occur for me, as me, in me. And I support this community with this offering. And I know that it is blessed. And it goes out to support so many, support the awakening here in Salt Lake City. Thank you, God. So it is.
So it is. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me.
Let's hear some more from Will Baxter. Will Baxter, buddy.
Everybody know Ricardo back here? Ricardo Romero. Give it up, everybody. Come on. I really like that message. Give you like a chance to choose who you're gonna be. This is called Who You Gonna Be. What is it you're after? What is it you choose? Serve up some laughter or consume the blues. How will you matter? How will you lose? Tell me, what is it you're after? What is it you choose? Take a deep breath and decide. Oh, who you gonna be? How you gonna show out? How you gonna live? What you all about? What you all about? You can plant a garden, you can plant some trees. You might need a pardon to be set free. You can surrender, agree to disagree. Or you might be the problem, you might be the key. Take a deep breath and decide. Oh, who you gonna be? How you gonna show out? How you gonna live? What you all about? Oh, who you gonna be? Who you gonna be? How you gonna show out? How you gonna live? What you all about? What you all about? Come on, Ricardo. What you all about? What you all about? Who you gonna be? What you all about? Take a deep breath and decide. Let me hear you sing, come on. Who you gonna be? How you gonna show out? How you gonna live? What you all about? Yeah. Go find what you're after. Share what you're about. You go make some laughter happen right out loud. Share a life that matters, starting right now. Oh, go find what you're after. Share what you're about. Take a deep breath and decide. Oh, who you gonna be? How you gonna show out? How you gonna live? What you all about? Oh, who you gonna be? Who you gonna be? How you gonna show out? How you gonna live? What you all about? Who you gonna be? How you gonna show out? How you gonna live? What you all about? Tell me who you gonna be? Who you gonna be? And how you gonna show out? How you gonna live? What you all about? Oh! Who you gonna be? Who you gonna be? What you gonna choose? Who you gonna be? Ricardo Romero right there, everybody. Come on. Who you gonna be? Who? Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Matt. That was a joyride, huh? Wasn't it? Yeah. Wasn't that great? So Reverend Ali spoke to the light that you are, the light that we are. This is our closing song. Have a blessed week. Take your light out into this world. Shine it bright. Lean into the basic good that you are and others are. And let's have fun. And lean into a better world. A better experience of this life. Aside from all the challenges, there's so much good. Let's lean into that. Let's sing together. You are a light. I am a light. 1, 2, 3.
Shine.